Okay, so what we're trying to do with the windmill pitch is the pitching in general is an energy transfer from the ground to the fingertips to accomplish velocity. So when I get off the mound and I bring my arm around here, I'm trying to get it to this position here in a smooth, fluid motion. 85% of the speed that's generated into the pitch is generated from this location right here to release point. So 15% of the velocity is accomplished from here to there. 85% is generated from here to there. And it's generated through the combination of when we land, so we get off the mound and we propel ourselves forward and we land, we're going to be somewhat in this position here. Okay, so now we can take that linear energy that we've accomplished with propelling ourselves off the mound and turn that into rotational energy like this. So that we're using our hips and our core muscles and all of this technique like this to get the 85% of the speed that we want to, the velocity of the pitch here. Okay, so the pitch that is the easiest pitch to learn is the fastball, because we're just trying to keep our fingers and get the seams off of our fingertips in a motion that's a natural motion. So we can just do this all day long. We don't have to do any adjustments. We're using the dynamic energies of the body to just propel the ball in a forward motion. So we're not trying to deviate from what's natural. This is just a natural motion. Typically the changeup is next because the goal of the pitcher is to change the rhythm of the batter. And so we don't want them to just be able to time our fastball. We want them to have in the back of their mind, oh, they may have a pitch that comes in slower and drops at the end, so I have to have that in the back of my mind, so I can't just time her fastball. So then they have to be aware I can throw a changeup. Part of it depends on the pitcher. Okay, so if a pitcher is a high velocity pitcher, then it's easier for them to attack the batter up and down. If they're not a high velocity pitcher, a lot of times it's easier for them to attack the batters sideways. So sideways pitches would be the curveball and the screwball. Okay, and up and down pitches would be the rise ball and the drop ball. So depending on the type of pitcher that you are going to be, that's kind of what I let direct my concept of what I'm going to teach that pitcher. If they are at the upper end of velocity, then I'm probably going to go drop ball and rise ball. If they are not a high velocity pitcher, then it's easier for them to disguise their pitches going sideways. So then I would teach them the curveball and the screwball. Here. And just kind of bring it around here like this. So when she does this, she wants to have an imaginary line that ball travels over, so that you don't have any outside or inside movement. You want it to be as perfect of a circle as possible. And she wants to bring it in with her elbow on the lead. So if the more space you have here, the more whip you have accomplished. So one of the most difficult accomplishments is, go ahead and bring your arm around, is when they get right in here, a lot of pitchers struggle with trying to use the wrist back here. And the wrist doesn't do anything until right here. So when they bring their arm through here, it's important that the wrist stays back until right through here. And balance that at release point, so that when you get here at release point, you want to be in a nice balanced position. You should be able to hold that position. I have the pitchers count 1001, 1002. That way they know if a lot of kids struggle with their weight being way out front. So you have to stay behind the front foot. Demanding weight transfer, because pitching underhand is very similar to pitching overhand, except it's upside down. So when we pitch overhand, we want the weight to travel with the ball. So when we throw overhand, the ball and our weight travel together right here. When we pitch underhand, we get the ball here and our weight and the ball travel together. And that's difficult to do that for a lot of young pitchers. To get the ball here, a lot of them want to just do this, or a lot of them want to get here and do this. So the challenge is to stay balanced so that your weight and the ball travel with each other. That helps me see what kind of spin that they're putting on the ball.
Okay.
So we want that black line to be as smooth as possible.
Without local variations.
Without gyrations. Okay, so here, let's change that for a second. Make sure your middle finger's on the line and your thumb's on the line. There you go. That's a fastball grip. Change of grip is totally different. So the goal is to take this strong finger off and replace it with the little finger. It makes it easier to slow the ball down. And we're going to try to put spin on this pitch so that instead of here, show them how you're going to spin the ball at release point.
So when she comes across, instead of going like this.
Right. She gets here and turn a doorknob.
So that's the drop.
So now we're going to try to throw it as hard as we throw the fastball, but it will have more of a downward spin. It'll have more of a downward spin as it approaches the batter. So the screwball, you're going to try to take, it's similar to the fastball, but we're going to try to invert the spin so that when she comes in here, she's going to have, so we're going to take the spin and release it like this so that it spins this way. So the spin of the ball will go inside towards the batter. So the rise ball, we're going to bring it around here and come in and spin it. We're still going to turn the doorknob, but we're going to spin it so that it reverse spins up like this. There's a couple curveballs. There's a curveball where you take it and you spin it like this. Okay. Or you take it and you spin it like this. So you come here and you spin it right here. So both of them will curve from right to left to a batter. So where the screwball curves towards the batter, a right-handed batter. A curveball will curve away from a right-handed batter. You have to be balanced. You have to have your hand. So the concept is you have a white line here. So when you bring the ball up, that should never leave the white line. So your ball should come right in here without any elbow movement here. You want to avoid elbow movement. You want it to be a smooth transition from the ball facing forward to the ball facing towards the ground energy. So some of the absolutes are when you land, your knee has to be inside of your ankle. If you land and you land in this position, your weight is going to overpower your body and your strength. So you have to have this knee in a flexed position so that your ability to withstand that energy that you're throwing into the front foot, you have to be able to do that. And if you don't have that knee in that position, you will not be able to handle the energy you're going to produce when you land. Another absolute is the elbow has to lead. The elbow has to lead so that you can whip the energy here. So it's an energy transfer. Another challenge that a lot of girls have is when they get here, they try to create energy with a strong arm. And that's not what you want to accomplish. You want to have a relaxed arm. It's kind of like a blue rock thrower, okay? You've seen a blue rock throw that that propels down here, and then it hinges. Okay, that's what we want to have happen with the pitching motion. We're creating energy here. Now we want to transfer the energy that we've created by not creating a bunch more energy with the arm. The arm actually is kind of a rag arm. It gets here, and we want it to get here and relax and become a whip here and not get strong. And a lot of girls struggle with trying to be strong here and produce more energy when all we really want to do is transfer energy that we've created on this part here.